94, and we have another crew Motorfest video because I played the summit. I've done a bit of grinding, well, I've done a lot of grinding to get my Nostrums parts for the rally raid, even though I didn't need them anyway because we come top 5,000. So we're going to collect our reward and get the TRAXXAS Ultimate. I think it's TRAXXAS Max Ultimate, I think. There we go. So you see there, we finished first. I thought we weren't going to give it us. Not first, but you know, platinum, which is pretty much the top you can get. And there we are, 5,000. So for those of you that tried to get it, hopefully you got it. If you didn't, then it's a bit unlucky. But if you wait 6 months, check out the Prestige Ticket Store. It should be available in 6 months time. So hopefully it is. It might be 8 months time, but it's usually around 6 months. So hopefully it comes back within that time period. But if you got it, then I'm glad you got it with me. So now let's check this video. And we should probably put that blue scanner undergo on if we can find it. It's uncommon, so we should be able to. But there we go. And this week, if you didn't know, is this. So you get the Lamborghini Countach LP 5000 Quattrovolti. I don't know, that's probably not how you say it, but that's how I said it. And obviously, loaned Lamborghini Murcielago Cyan Roadster. And there we go. Pretty cool. So we're going to do a few videos on them later on, but not today. Right then, so we're going to get into profile. We're going to go to vehicles, and we're going to find the TRAXXAS. But it's a TRAXXAS, isn't it? So it'll be in T, because I list mine by brands because I just prefer that route. There it is, the only one in its category. Hopefully we get some more of them. But let's see. So you have a few different camera modes. You don't have first person though, because they have blacked out the windows. But here it is. Pretty cool. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna upgrade it, fully upgrade it obviously, and we're gonna see what customization it has available. So let's get into that right now. So just gonna go to vehicles, and we're gonna see if we can upgrade it. So there's a chance I don't have all the parts. It looks like I do. Yep, I can do all of them. So we'll just stick on these for now. I'll switch them out later on, I guess. I just need to grind a few more parts because this is what I was doing the other day, trying to get some golds. And I managed to get a full nitrous chemist pack, so that's pretty cool. And if you don't believe me, I can just go here and look. Full nitro chemist. Beautiful. Now let's get into customization, because I was expecting no visual parts, but we can change the colour, which is interesting. But what does that change? I don't see it changing anything, do you? No. Pretty cool though, you can see TRX on there, TRX on the hubs. Very nice. These are fairly expensive in real life as well. So livery, you can take it off if you want. Obviously have different designs. So people, you can probably get different like livery designs in real life. But I don't particularly know. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And vanties, change the tyres if you want. I do like them tyres because we don't have any tyres like that. So they are pretty cool. They are TRAXXAS original tyres. They've literally got the brand on the tyres. And we're going to go with blue smoke to match. And we wanted to find the underglow that we got, which is this one here. So look at that. Pretty cool looking. And we'll just do, it doesn't matter about the other 6 shots, so we're not going to do that. These are very large. Look, they don't even fit. Some of them are tiny. What does the cameras look like on it? Which are all the way over here somewhere. Did I miss them? I did miss them. Interesting. So, I wanted to find the cameras. There's the cameras. There they are, nice and little. Very cool. So we're going to put them on. Yeah, but I'm not going to choose a livery because I'll throw it how it is at the moment. So that's all we're going to do. Pro settings. So if you own it, you can mess around with it. I'm just going to do camber front and rear, and I'm going to stiffen up the suspension because that usually works on the other cars. And this, it is a tricky one to drive, but we're going to go for a rally race. I do like that undergo actually. You don't see it much from the front, but from the back, yeah. So we're going to go to a playlist, and we want to go to an off-road one. So we could go for Hawaii Scenic, but what I want to go with is Off-Road Addict because pretty cool. We could go for this one. Should we? 3 minutes. Yeah. I haven't done this one much, but let's get into it. So we're gonna obviously stick on custom, clean driving. We'll put on afternoon sunset, and we will change the vehicle to the TRAXXAS, which we have to scroll all the way down. I wish it would choose the car you're in and just let you reset it to whatever you want, and then we'll bump up the difficulty to 3. I put it on 1 because when I'm doing some events I put it on 1 so the the AI drivers can get out my way. But obviously I could do the events on 5, but sometimes that takes a lot of track knowledge, not all the time, sometimes it does though. I'm just gonna try and beat these, so we should go into the actual camera that they have. These camera's not bad to use, but when it comes to like off-roading you can't see much. They're just gonna bump into me, I guess. Gonna have to see what lines we want to take. I can't tell if it feels any better with the sticking up suspension and just a bit of camber, but it doesn't feel worse, that's for sure. In the slides it feels like I have a little more control, and turning that corner not too bad. It does help. So obviously a good tune on this might be very cool to get because it is a difficult handling vehicle to begin with. But also, all the RC cars aren't very fun to handle. Well, they're fun to handle, but they're not very, you know, when you want to be consistent, they're a little difficult. Well, I'm sliding all the way up here, the back end just kicked out and just went for it. So this is a cool little section of the track, and it just shows you the functionality of the car. So now we're going to go into this camera, just so you can see for the second lap and what it's like, because you're lower down in this camera like you are with the cars, so you still have visibility, but sometimes when you're flying through the bushes and that, because you're so low, it makes it difficult to pick your routes. So the track's over here, and then we're just going to go over here. See, it's pretty much more stable to me than what it was when it was stock, so that's good. So it's pretty cool, and the first brand of this for the RC cars, the only RC car brand in the game, which is pretty cool, and I'm glad I got it. It's worth grinding, I think. For this section I reckon you can take a massive shortcut through there. It looks like you could, but we're not going for time, so we're just going to drive normally over the bridge and straight to the finish if we don't crash. Perfect. But yeah, this handles like a dream now, just with that little bit of tuning. Lovely. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to our channel if you're new, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.